it's Emily from Emily's Paper Arts. I'm here today to share with you the newest journal I've been working on. She is called the Gilded Butterfly. I think you can probably tell why. So yeah, I want to take you through the cover and flip through the insides. So let's start with the cover. This is hand constructed, completely hand constructed, and is made of chipboard and, you know, kind of combined with bookbinding tape. And then I placed a piece of, I want to say it was Tim Holtz decoupage paper, which is this beautiful sort of floral fabric, and Mod Podged that. And then when that was dry, I was able to do some distressing. So I used some gold leaf. I used, obviously, gilding wax. I used Glitterific. Oh, this is a different Tim Holtz butterfly that I decoupaged on there. And then I used these butterflies to sort of, there's 2 layers to them. So they're safe on there, and they're also not, you can't rip them. So they are safe on there. What else did I do? Oh, I mixed some iridescent mica powder to make like a paint to accentuate the pink flowers. So you can kind of hopefully see that they are standing out a little bit. It's sort of a watercolor effect. I did some splatters of that. I did some gold mica splatters, just like a ton of distressing, and it's nice and hard, and it's cured. I also went over this with a matte sealant so that it would not have any tackiness to it from the decoupaging. So, and then a gold book plate with journal. I just love how these butterflies, they kind of blend into the cover. You know, they vibe with the color story, but they also, you know, in person, it's just magical. It really is. So, oh, I should say this is 9x6 and then with a 2.5 inch spine. Okay, so here's what she looks like from the side. There are 4 signatures, 138 pages. So that's, oh gosh, I have it on the listing, 270 something writing pages, not including the ephemera and journaling cards. So yes, I used a ton of trims and vintage lace and ruffles and sari silks and just you name it, I used it. I wanted this to just be a nice, like, tactile experience. The closure is this burgundy, kind of a chiffon, and then I used the eyelets here, and then you can open it like this. So let's set this aside. We'll start with the end pages. So here I did a hidden spine. So this will lay out flat depending on how much stuff you have in here, which of course I have tons. Inside on both the front and back covers, I used this gorgeous graphic paper to cover the end pages. Oh, I have so much stuff in here. I want to try to take this out though. What are you doing? Little ticket. I don't know what this little guy is doing right now, but you need to come out. Okay, well, okay, there we go. This beautiful printed graphic paper I did, I used a die cut to make this butterfly, and I used this kind of gold foiled paper to do that. This is a sari trim, and I just thought the colors worked, and it's a nice little pocket for all your sort of extras that you want to stick in there. This is a postcard. I got that on Amazon, and I really like that. It's a vintage postcard pack. Okay, so here, this paper, oh my gosh, let me actually grab it so that I can tell you about it. This is a paper pack called Fairy Whispers, designed by Jen Bishop. I have been looking for this paper pack for I don't know how long. It's very difficult to find. I ended up pre-ordering it on Etsy, but I found that one pack on Amazon. And it is so incredibly beautiful. I was so happy I was able to find it to use it in this book. So I started the first page off with this beautiful lady. She's a fairy, I believe. The wings just worked. She's coming out of this garden. And then there's enough blank space here for you to write your name or what this journal is for, etc. So here we have a pocket. This is vintage. I want to say it's a scoring piece of paper, but I don't know what sport it is. I'm not really, And this is a vintage letter that I printed on this sort of, it's a linen paper. And so it has this kind of cool texture. I don't know if you can see that, but that's an additional writing space for you. And that just tucks in there. This is from the Mariposa. Who makes that? I want to say it's Die Cuts with a View paper pack. I will try to list everything in the description box, but these glittery butterflies. I mean, I wanted sparkle in here. It is the Gilded butterfly after all, right? This is lace coffee dyed paper from an Etsy shop. I will list it. It's 3 Insistent Dogs, and she does these kits of different dyed lace papers, and I mean, they are well worth the money. I just think that they add texture and interest, but still being neutral. You could write on this. I have these throughout. I really, really love these, putting these in my journals. This is from a digital kit from Line Arrow, and it's Bohemian Dreams. I absolutely love she does these big butterflies that you sew into your signature. And it's just, I love the effect of this. I can't even describe to you how much I love this. I just think it's really unique. I don't see a lot of journals with big, sew-ins like that for the signatures. And then just a little piece of, I want to say this is Tim Holtz, if I'm wrong. I used book pages. Oh, I did some fussing cutting here for a tuck spot. This is old, you can see the natural aging. It's just beautiful. This is a prescription pad from M.S. Robinson, MD, and a little postcard piece of ephemera. So I tried to mix true vintage with the look. Here we have a beautiful coffee dyed muslin ruffle. Oh, here comes my pup. She always comes when I'm filming these. Lay down, Ruby. I did some sewing here along these edges. This is a beautiful digital kit. Again, I will try to link it below. Absolutely beautiful. I want to say this is Angela Kerr Designs, Fussy Cut Butterfly. This is graphene paper. This paper comes with these 2 holes in it, and I got a journal from, oh goodness. Is it when? I will link it below. Oh, it's gonna bother me. What is it? I bought a journal from another journal maker on Etsy, and she had laces, just sort of, she punched holes and wove the laces through on the pages, and I just loved the feeling that it gives to the journal. It feels very organic. It feels delicate in a way. I don't really know how to describe it. I'm hoping you guys can understand what I'm saying. But this isn't going to go anywhere. The leaves kind of keep it in place, but I just think it adds something so organic, like I said. Here's more of that coffee dyed paper. I cannot get over this. It's just, I love it so much. The back sides are cool too. This is a vintage end paper to a really old book, so it's pretty sturdy, but it's got some aging, and I just really love it. You'll see my daughter's handiwork here on the other side. This is a coffee dyed paper. We used this mica paint that I mixed, mica powders that I mixed to get this color, and then she painted a butterfly and did some splatters for me. So I like that one because she did it. This is a book from the Oxford Book of Flowers, one of my favorite books to pull from to put in journals, and I flipped that one sideways. This is a piece of vellum paper. I want to say that this is from Bohemian Dreams as well. I really like Line Dot Arrow's digital kits. They're very full, but also sort of neutral. They just work really well in journaling. This is a vintage music page that I created a tuck spot out of. I left this on. I think it adds cool texture. I did use some Tim Holtz there. And what do I have inside here? It's just a tiny little tuck. We have a little butterfly poem. This is from The Little Prince. I must endure the presence of a few caterpillars if I wish to become acquainted with the butterflies. Love that. That's on that linen paper. And then another postcard. We did some gold ink on that. A ruffle. This is graphic paper. I painted this. This is a trim, which you'll see further on in the journal. I painted this with my mica powder mixed together to get this color, and I just thought it worked. I love that little pearl. Oh, this is backed with coffee dyed paper. This is a book page. I want to say this is from the same book. I think I just angled it differently with a butterfly. Look at this beautiful sari scrap. Just beautiful. I wanted a heavier piece to hold on to this charm, which I love, and I wanted to use in this book. So I added these scraps together to make that a little bit more stable. How precious. Nice writing spaces. I have had so much coffee this morning. I just love the organic angles of how these, flowers flow throughout this journal. Oh gosh, look at this page. Absolutely vibrant, beautiful. This is the middle of the first signature. More ruffles. This is some antique lace, a little palm die cut. I love the fuchsias on this. Oh, this is a little butterfly. This is a fussy cut tuck spot. This is an old greeting card, actually, and I just liked the colors for this. A vintage dry cleaning ticket. Skipped a page. We used the some die cuts. I say we because my daughter and I did these pages. We used some die cuts, not this butterfly, but to spray through to get the impression of a butterfly, and I really like the way they turned out. You can see this, we got to mix a blue one, and it's kind of shimmery, and I just really like it, and then some more pink. Here's a pearl bobby pin on the other half of that. Music paper tuck, a little journaling space for you, and I just did this because it's kind of wide and I wanted to secure it. Book pages. Oh, here's her other butterfly. Love those. This is that old end page. This flips out, and I just added a little piece of ephemera, probably a library card, I want to say, by the looks of it. And I added chiffon scraps in this beautiful burgundy to these paper clips. Nice writing spaces. I would imagine this journal would work for just as a writing journal for someone who also wanted space to maybe glue things in, or for another journal maker, because I do think that there is space to make it your own, but then there's also just enough for it to be done, and you write in it. Here's the other half of that wing. How beautiful is it? I did it on vellum to make it sort of even more special. This is from Mariposa paper pack. This is the beloved paper pack I was talking to you about. A postcard. This, I couldn't help myself. I'm a Taylor Swift fan, and somebody put this together. It's the butterflies that correspond with the songs on the album Lover. So I just could not help myself. So that's in there. You can throw that away if you don't like Taylor. Look at these. And the feel of these papers is just, it's exquisite. This is all on the, I didn't do this inking. This is all on the paper. I made this little journaling card. Just pretty things. Extras that you could use to collage or just journal on. I love this page. Very neutral. I'll try to speed it up. I'm taking so much time. I'm sorry. I fussy cut this to use on these smaller pages that I sewed into the signatures. I wanted a variety of different shapes and sizes of papers. This is a vintage napkin. It's a doily napkin. Here is another graph paper, and it has those 2 holes in it just already, so I stuck a piece of this is actually antique, not just vintage. This is antique trim. It's really pretty. I love the vibrancy of this kit. This is Edith Holden. I like this spread because it really works spatially. This is one that we sprayed through and then we sort of inked it up to look like it was flying. You can kind of see that pretty butterfly peeking through. This is a French book page. I like how neutral these pages are. Could easily decorate them or just use them to write on. Pages. The chiffon. More fussy cutting. This is a vintage postcard, Positano. This is Italy. And this is, yeah, ready to write on. So that's fun. I got a whole bunch of postcards locally from all around the world, so I really have been enjoying using them. Beautiful. This is some applique. That added something pretty. Lots of writing space. I love this page. The purples, so pretty. Here's more fussy cut. This is again from the Mariposa paper pack. This is from another paper pack, and I am going to repurchase it. I really love it. I'll try to list all this stuff below. So much writing space. Just gorgeous. Edith Holden. This is a flip of the graphing paper for extras. This music paper is so old. This is a piece of vellum that I printed. I think this is a William Morrison digital, and I just really like that print. Sort of transparent. This is a journaling card backed with coffee dyed paper. This is a vintage letter printed on that linen type of paper. It has a cool feel. Try to get lots of textures in here, lots of different types of paper. I mean, look at this. This is just, I can't. I have to tell you guys, I was tempted to keep this journal. I just absolutely love it. Each page, you know, it gives me, I want to write on it. I hope you feel the same way. This is another William Morrison. Oh, I knew I was looking for one of these. I knew that there was one left. So we are going to put in a piece of gold leaf trim. And those little leaves will keep it secure. And it adds It really adds something, in my opinion. A little extra interest. I'll pull that through later. This is William Morrison. French book page. I love these blues. Really, really pretty. More sewing. Oh. This is a journaling card that I split over both. An end paper from a vintage book. I'll use that as trim on my paper clip. So there's just a ton of like space and options for you. This is a piece of ephemera, one of those postcards. I feel like, you know, you could really make this your own extra kind of secret journaling space. I did include sort of a secret pocket in here. Normally I would have glued that down, but there's an extra butterfly in there for you. This is a vintage music paper, another journaling card, coffee dyed paper in there. I used some trim, and then more journaling space here that you can stick right in there. I love this, kind of a bookmark. Or you could add it, you know, maybe as a tuck spot if you glued it in, or a belly band to one of the shorter pages. I love this image. I need to find another pack of that paper. This is a journaling page that we distressed. This is a genuine vintage letter from Wellesley College, Massachusetts. So someone writing to their mother. That's sweet. It's a cool texture, little rose in there. Love that. Postcard. Butterflies printed on vellum. This was a freebie from Teal and Tattered. She linked this in one of her YouTube videos. I don't think it's on her Etsy shop, but I've used this over and over again. I love that. Another blue. This is Angela Kerr antique wallpaper she scanned in, and it's amazing. You can just see how beautiful it is. Book pages. More graphing paper. Just a girl growing wings. Oh, this is, I had to include this. This is a postcard from the Bellagio in Las Vegas. And I want to say that these are Dale Chihuly. I want to say they're blown glass. And I actually live in Tacoma. And he is from here. So we have a museum to him, so I wanted to include that. This is Angela Kerr Designs scanned antique wallpaper. Love this foil. This spread is botanical and magical. Edith Holden. This die cut. And then I added an extra one to give it some dimension and, you know, kind of a 3D effect. Like this. Vines. Last page. Little ruffle. I'm trying to hurry up because I could just be so long-winded here. A little charm of a dragonfly, actually, and a fussy cut butterfly. This is an end paper of a vintage book. I like the color. Wanted to include that. Middle of the last signature is this vintage music page, and it still has the writing, somebody's notes. So I love that, and it feels really good. Chrysalis, and then this butterfly trim. I loved it. This coffee dyed muslin ruffle. Look at the vibrancy. This is printed on matte photo paper, so it really, really shows the colors and what they were meant to do. This is the postcard flip that I hinged. Piece of sari scrap that you can write underneath. Edith Holden, her birds, or ruffles. Like this. I just like the feel of papers. If you can't tell, I like to feel the different papers. You know, part of journaling is just very much holding something and feeling it and just being in that moment. For me, anyway. Graphing paper. Another journaling card that I stuck on top of that book page. She says sorry. This is from Martina. This antique trim, really, really pretty. And in the back we have golden butterflies. And this is a really old piece of paper, and it is naturally aged. I haven't touched this. All I did was fold it, and it is, oh, it's stuff like this that I think only journal makers can appreciate. Maybe I'm wrong on that, but just to have a piece of naturally aged vintage paper, I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Little postcard, journaling card that you can open and write on. And then this is from a old address book or telephone kind of directory thing. So that just tucks in there. Last page, look at this, gorgeous. I have this pretty pocket made of sari. This came as an extra in one of my many purchases from Etsy, but it says Butterfly Garden in it, so I stuck that in there. Another butterfly postcard. So yes, I hope that you like this. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm going to link to as many different supplies and artists' work that I used in terms of like digital kits that I can. And what else? I'll link the actual Etsy listing for this journal if you're interested in it. So thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you next time. Bye.